Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe. We are the yes and no, the yeet and no yeet of wrestling podcast. I am Joe, and this is my co-host, as always, Darnell.
Do you say growing up or throwing up?
I said growing up.
Okay, then my brain just fucking misclicked clearly. I was like, why did you say throwing up, kayfabe? Like, when did this turn into a fucking gang? Damn.
That's later on. That's how we're going to be like, throw up that kayfabe. Throw it up. Yeah, it would be dangerous to say that. But it'd be fun. It'd be fun for a second. They'd be like, throw up what? And then fucking, I don't know.
I wouldn't even joke with it. I'd be like, I don't know this man. He is 100% on his own.
It's a lot like the, God, what was back when YMH, back when Tom found out about that fucking, the Bloods battle cry or whatever. And he didn't, he didn't know.
And then everybody was like, hey.
He made merch. In the
Relax with that.
It was so, I can't believe they have things that have happened to them in their podcasting career that are like no other podcast career could ever have done. Like fucking to have made the merch like an idiot and have the fucking police department, your local police department, call them and be like, hey, so we hear.
Can't do that.
Yeah. That's so bad. Oh shit. Yeah. Anyway, Growing Up Kayfabe, where we go over this week of wrestling, Monday Night Raw, NXT, Friday Night Smackdown, and we talk about the craziest events, the best events that were happening on those nights. Not every single match, not every single build-up, but the most important ones to us, things that stood out to us. Starting, as always, with Monday, an impromptu battle royal after an impromptu almost tag. Like, did they have that tag team match or did they not? I don't think they did have that tag team match, right?
I think they were just hinting at it.
Yeah.
That's all. Because it was after Crown Jewel, so they had both brands still there so they could do shit like that.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it makes me want to just say, you know what? Fuck the 2-show thing. Just make it one show, bro. Just let everybody do everything.
Yeah. I mean, it's much better.
Would it be messy? Probably, but who knows?
It'd be hard to plan. I mean, we're going to get that on Saturday Night Main Event. That's for sure. Yeah, I get more hinting at the I thought for sure this time this hinting at the Bianca and Jade breakup. I was like, oh, this is, now we're getting serious with it. And they were like, just kidding. They're stronger than ever. And you're like, oh, okay. That's fine. Either make them a definitive tag team that'll be around for a long time, or just break them up already. It's crazy to have tag teams that are actual tag teams just falling off to the wayside.
Look at the Judgment Day.
Look at the Judgment Day.
Ain't done shit for 2 months again.
That being said, though,
fucking belts.
if Liv and Raquel were able to get the tag team titles back, that would be sick, and it would help so much with Liv's story. And it would bring some more heat to the Judgment Day, because now it'd be great if, like, I mean, it wouldn't, but story-wise, it'd be great if Liv and Raquel just, like, weren't ever competing, and they just had the belts all the time. There'd be another fucking faction. They'd be the faction that has all the belts. Nobody's doing anything. Except for Liv.
Yeah, I don't care. I just don't care. It's just, like, y'all did too much shit with Liv and Rhea. You kind of deaded all the other fucking storylines that could have potentially happened, or at least defenses and shit.
Yeah, it does seem like it.
But it's like, hey, we do have a number 1 contender now, but it's just like, took y'all long enough. Damn.
This program between Liv and IYO is going to be so good. It's going to be a whole lot of IYO doing her freak out stuff and Liv being like, nobody knows what you're saying, IYO, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, hopefully Kyrie's there to help with the interference, because you know Raquel's going to be down there. And then they're probably going to do something with Dom getting his ass beat.
Yeah,
for sure. Kyrie or something, because he's obviously going to be there too.
Yeah, it's one of those unfortunate things where it's like, this is going to be a great program, but I don't think IYO's taking the title at any point in this program.
Definitely show off a good match, though.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Just got to pick on him, that's all.
He's like, hey, I was invited to the barbecue, just so you know.
I mean, he ain't really got a choice in the matter anymore at this point. And that his wife's a black.
We'll bring it back.
Crazy. Right?
Oh, shit.
Bro, looking back at how they got together, it's so funny. Fucking left WWE shows up on TNA. He's just like, oh, you're an announcer? Cool. Cool. My wife now. It's like, what? And then all the shit she did in AEW too. Yeah. It's like, damn, can y'all bring her to WWE? Just let her have some fun. Especially have her and Jade have a fucking segment together after the shit they did in AEW, which is still mad random and hilarious.
I've never seen it. Has Brandy wrestled before?
No, she just like always came out and like cut promos and shit.
Okay. Yeah, it would be interesting, but it'd be one of those things where it's like, I mean, if you make Cody, like if you make her like a somewhat mouthpiece for Cody, it deflates Cody entirely. You can't do that. In my opinion.
Because she's a woman? Is that what we're getting with that? Nah, he dead ass just needs to turn heel. This whole babyface shit needs to go the fuck away at this point, bro. It's killing him. He needs to start talking some real shit.
It will happen. We all know that it will happen at some point.
No, not at some point. It needs to happen right fucking now, bro.
And
his friends have imploded around him. You got Kevin doing illegal moves, killing people and shit. He needs to just lose it because this will be he has to match his crazy. He has to match it, and they're gonna have a match, and they're gonna just attempt murder all day. And then they're gonna go to Disneyland that weekend. They're gonna take a picture together, like, yeah, see, we're still friends.
Still best friend, like this. Hey.
Yep. Meanwhile, Randy has a fucking neck brace on.
Hell yeah! If Randy doesn't show up, his next appearance, if he doesn't show up with a fucking neck brace, he don't know kayfabe. He don't know kayfabe for shit. If he's not Vince McMahoning that shit, if he's not Tony Khan in that shit, I don't want to see it. In real life, friends, Cody gets nothing but praise for being like the bringing back the original baby face. Like everybody's giving him so much credit for being like the baby face, and I'm like, great, it's gonna stick around for a lot longer. Then that means that kind of good feedback is gonna get back to the company, and they're gonna be like, yeah, well, obviously this is still continuing to work. I think they're chasing a Cena situation in that they want the crowd to turn on Cody first. They want it to happen organically, where finally they have the let's go Cody sucks. And once they get that, then they know they've made big money. So, but they need somebody for that. They need somebody else that we inherently like way more than Cody, low key, in order for us to be like they already have that with Roman, but Roman's already a top player. You need
he's already here. He's already back.
Yeah. So it's like you need a new guy that everybody thinks is that's like how it was with Cody. Cody was like, this is our guy. Cody's the guy who can bring us into the new era. And eventually in the next year or so, somebody will finally break that ceiling, Chad Gable, and that will be like, this is the guy that's taking us further, but Cody's in the way. And then that's when the Cody, and I think that's honestly what they're waiting for. And then they'll get another year of heel. I think we have Cody for champion for like 3 years. I don't think we're gonna get a Roman 4-year run.
Pray to God, no.
I think so, because he's definitely going to 41. Then he's almost for certain, nothing certain, but almost for certain, going to go to 42. 43 is in question, but he wants to wrestle until he's 45, I think he said, and he's 39 right now. So I think he gets at least 3 years as champion, but I don't think he gets that 4 like Roman.
If he does, I will stop fucking watching. I am not kidding.
You won't even know. It'll already have blinked and happened. But that's what I'm saying.
I will literally just drop everything. I'm not watching it anymore.
I
think someone was asking if a Rock current championship run would be good, and I was like, no, I will stop watching that shit. Yeah, why are you here, bro? Get the fuck out.
Not watch if Rock's a champion. Yeah. But the thing is like I said, with the 3 years, like I'm counting that third year being the heel turn. So I'm thinking he's almost on year 1 now. He's on year 1 now. He's almost done. I think he goes another year as babyface, and then towards the end of year 2, the heel turn happens. I think that they're able to get that organic shit next year. It can, whoever it may be, it's gonna happen with, you know, it'll probably be Randy. It'll probably be when he does the program with Randy that everybody's gonna still be on Randy's side and they're gonna be cheering him. And then that's when the let's go Cody sucks is gonna happen and Cody's gonna implode. Who knows? I'm not saying I have anybody's number on the writing team. I'm just saying that, you know, there's a possibility.
Yeah, I'll stop watching.
But you want to see the heel turn.
If it don't happen next year, I'm over that nigga.
Well, the thing is I think there's just too much, and I'm and it's not like me going like you gotta keep. But I think that there's too much good in wrestling for like even if the Cody story got stale, I'd be like, well, I'm here for the Bloodline story and Gunther and fucking, you know, the Wyatt Six and all that shit in NXT. Pretty much same thing happened like when Roman was champion towards the end. I was like, I'm not really here for Roman shit because he wasn't doing Bloodline stuff. He was doing I'm Roman Reigns, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not here for that, so I'm gonna watch other shit. But
yeah, I'm already there then.
Exactly. And I think that people like you are what's gonna help
like
when
me. Nigga,
you know what I mean. You know exactly what the fuck I mean. I think fans like you are going to be able to help.
Again, just like you think. What are you doing, man?
Stop.
What's going on? Jesus Christ.
I think that's what's gonna help and ignite that heel turn that I'm talking about.
What's going on with this guy?
Shut up with your fucking Bubba Ray Dudley ode to fucking hoodie over there.
Yeah, right. Don't lump me in with that family.
Wow.
I'm nowhere near crazy like them.
Facts. Crazy motherfuckers. Well, you know, shouts out to Io Sky. Shouts out to everybody in that women's division right now. Because it's getting crazy. Unfortunately, not shouts out to Chad Gable, and definitely not shouts out to LWO. My biggest gripe of Monday right now is LWO. It's like the number one thing that I fucking hate about the show.
When the fuck were they out?
Dragon Lee had a match with Gable in which Gable had to count the fucking lights for Lee, which is insane. Like, what? It's at this point now where I'm like, okay, what really did you guys promise him that you're not giving him in that contract? Like, let's be real. You guys made this guy re-sign for fucking what at this point? This is crazy. Yeah, Dragon Lee gets the pin because Ivy Nile, zero charisma, zero fucking wow factor in the ring, zero anything, gets the dumb choke and buries Zelina, makes her look weaker because, you know, they fucking hate Zelina. And Rey Mysterio comes out old as fuck looking, almost lose the mask, gets a random kick on fucking Gable, which allows Dragon Lee to do that whack-ass finisher move and then get the win. And I'm like, cool. So let me ask you guys a question now, WWE. Where does this go? Well, now it's going to be a program. LWO versus fucking American Alpha. And you're like, oh, wow. Hey, everybody in the crowd. Anybody asked for that? Anybody been cheering for that?
Nope. I mean, that's what happens when you get factions.
It's insane. I mean,
you don't know what to do with people when you throw them in factions, and then you just have these random programs.
It's frustrating. It's extremely that was my most frustrating part, because at the end of the night I was like, well, Gable's clearly going to win this, and it didn't happen. And it's like, again, from a wrestling story standpoint, I'm like, yeah, I can see the writing on the wall. It's like, why did that happen? Yeah, because they're going to do a match. But that's what I hate about it.
Yeah, I didn't remember that match. I honestly don't really remember Monday for some reason, and I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure I was watching it.
Yeah, and you know what I think it is too? I think it's the 2-hour thing. It goes by so quick, and the show hasn't been as good because of it either. They've been rushing too many things, and it's like you can only remember like a few things.
Like I remember Jay and Jimmy talking with Sammy at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think R-Truth did some backstage shit.
He did.
The Miz. Oh, now I remember why I don't fucking remember, because I was playing Call of Duty. I was barely actually paying attention.
I do remember you yelling.
Okay, yeah, now I remember that. That's okay, yeah, that's on me.
Shouts out Call of Duty. Well, so I do want to break I'm glad you brought up the R-Truth backstage segment, because I wish they would have shown that. For a second, I was like, were we watching a recording? I'm like, no, we were watching live. So I don't know why they didn't show that backstage segment live. They really should have.
I think they're trying to do a lot more social media stuff because a lot of this shit that's been going on. The biggest one was the whole Cody and Kevin thing.
Right.
That started I think they're just really trying to just use social media for everything now.
Fair enough.
For like backstage stuff, and it's funny because it's kind of calling out the frauds of fans because then they're just like, "The fuck you talking about? When did that happen?" And then you show them a video, and you're like, "Why the fuck wasn't that on TV?" And it's like, well, you should have been watching everything and everywhere.
From now on, when you watch Raw, NXT, or SmackDown, keep up Twitter. Keep Twitter up.
Okay. Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah, true. I got to start getting back on Instagram. Well, I don't get on Instagram at all. I don't fucking touch that goddamn app.
I don't touch it because I've just absolutely defiled my fucking timeline over the past 10 years.
My timeline,
oh man, this is rough. When I move up north, I'm definitely deleting this app. There is no unfollowing all these people. It's just no, get rid of the whole thing. That's how bad it is.
My Instagram timeline is filled with accounts I followed when I was younger that are now like they've been bought and now it's
that fucking, shit is gross.
Yeah, man. It makes me upset.
Because you be sitting there scrolling, you're like, who the fuck are these people? And then you look at something and you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, when did that happen? Motherfuckers just be selling accounts.
Yeah. There was
hit 3 to 500K and then they're like, yo, account for sale.
I wonder how much they're selling those things for.
Probably a good amount of money.
Got to be. Yeah, there was one I used to follow on Facebook, and it was when I was, I don't know, probably fucking 18 or something like that, 19. I was a Breaking Bad account. It was a Breaking Bad fan made account, and they just posted memes, and the show was still in syndication, so they'd be like, hey, watch party tonight, come and chat about it and stuff like that. And then time went on, and then all of a sudden the account actually had a name. It was David something, but it still had the Breaking Bad photo as his profile photo. And then it was just all porn. Every day he would just post links to porn and stuff like that. And I'd be like, and one day I was in bed with Reese. We were looking through because at the top it shows all those stories, and it was just some ass right there. And I was like, this is a fucking, it's supposed to be a Breaking Bad account. And I'm like, it's not. It's definitely not. It definitely hasn't been for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, in that instance, I get it because it's the show's done. The only other thing they could have possibly done anything on was the El Camino movie, which it's a movie, so it's you can't really do much.
Right.
So it's either dead the account or fucking sell it.
For sure.
But the fact that they sold it and the nigga is using it for that, it's dude, come on, you could be doing so much more with this.
Right? Come on. Yeah. So the social media thing, the thing that I agree. Pay more attention to social media, and that kind of works because it's definitely making me want to now. But this at least should have been shown on TV, which was R-Truth walking through the backstage, doing his thing, calling people the wrong name, going up to Damian, being like, "Yo, I'm sorry we kicked you out of Judgment Day. Tom and Nick was in my head." But then the best thing is why they should have shown it on TV. The best thing when R-Truth goes, "Good luck in your fatal 5-way later," and I was like, oh. He knew the whole time. He knew because Bronson Reed then comes out during the fatal 4-way and makes it a fatal 5-way for a minute and a half, and then Damian Priest still wins. R-Truth is our little foreshadower.
I was so confused with Damian and that whole fatal 4-way and shit because I was like, oh, I thought Dominic got the title chant last week, but no. Okay, I guess that was just y'all needed a fucking a closer match, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
That's all that was. And I'm like, oh, okay, that was just meaningless. I kind of was looking forward to Dominic versus Gunther again. It's just we don't get that.
I'm looking forward to that too, but in kayfabe standpoint, and strictly in kayfabe standpoint, they need to make Dom look stronger before they go at Gunther. Because last time they were in the ring together, literally Gunther just bullied him the entire time, chopped him up, and sent him back to the fucking locker room to get some chicken nuggies and chicken tendies, and ripped his chest apart. Even after just getting 2 sneaky wins or something like that, to say that he'd have a good program. He'd have a good program, a good match though, a believable match. I need to see him beat some guys first.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna come down to something going on with Liv. Or somebody else is gonna bring it up, and they're like, bro, you don't ever actually win matches on your own. Like, you've always had somebody's help. Like,
always.
Are you gonna change that at any point? And then he's gonna like, you know what? Maybe I should. And then he just actually still a heel, but actually winning on his own and shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to babyface turn him or anything. Just keep him still being an asshole, but still getting these matches in.
Well, if they whatever they do with him, they need to do it not pretty quick, but fairly quick, within the next year. Because if they don't, and we don't like to talk about this man too much, but it's the only thing that you've ever brought up that would be a smart idea, and Logan's finally talking about it again, which is that when he comes back, he says he thinks he wants to just do the tag team with Dom when he comes back and be the best heel tag team that there ever has been, is like his words. And I was like, well, that's what a lot of people want. And when he comes back, that'd be perfect. And I think that they take Dom wherever he is and go, nope, boop, you're with Logan now. and Dom, he's gonna go, sure, gold around my waist, hanging out with Logan, whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, the thing about that, at least with Logan, bro ain't really got a choice but to come back to wrestling.
Right. He really does.
You got Prime imploding your Feastly's bullshit. Nobody's buying. Like, you're kind of cooked, bro. Like, this will be your only other fucking revenue of money, like public money. We don't know all the side shit he has going on, but it's like, bro, this is kind of all you got. And especially, I think it was Don. I don't know if it was on a podcast or something, but he kind of called out Logan as to like, nigga, you ain't never here. Like, you ain't never traveling. Yeah. You only do PLEs. You only come up like when there's like right before a PLE. That's when you cut promos. It's like, nah, bro, you need to actually be a wrestler.
Yeah, 100%. Fucking I'm actually got a little bit of heat on him right now because, they say he's on. It's insane. They say he's on paternity leave, because he just had that baby. But they also say he has like 2-year paternity leave, and I'm like, what? 2 years for him? Why? For what?
I mean, Alexa Bliss. She had a kid and she's been gone since. And I feel like this is just under Triple H, where motherfuckers have missed the birth of their children and shit, and he's just like, nah, we're not having that anymore. That shit fucks families up.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah.
Births, birthdays, holidays and shit. Because remember, last year they started it where basically the last month, damn near everything's pre-recorded. Because everybody's on vacation, everybody's on holiday, chilling with their families and shit.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, and I'm all for that. Exactly. Like a year, but it's just Logan. I'm like, 2 years for that? 2 years for this guy? You don't need 2 fucking years. And Alexa Bliss, I'm like, yeah, that's the mom. But it's fine. It's whatever. You
gotta be in that baby life.
Well, where I have
ain't gonna know you.
Where I have heat is that's what he's on paternity leave for, and then he's doing Mr. Beast's fucking Halloween stream with Speed and fucking XQC and stuff like that. And I'm like, so motherfucker, you don't actually want to hang around your goddamn baby. You just want to go do other stuff. Just say you want to go do other stuff. That's it. That's all he wants to do, because he's not around the goddamn baby.
How long was that stream then?
It was on Halloween, which is during his paternity leave. I don't know. I can't say paternity.
That's one day out of him traveling multiple days with the WWE. I'd take that over fucking WWE.
Fair enough.
It's one day with a bunch of motherfuckers, and then I get to go back home. I'm not in pain.
I'm going
None
to.
Of that shit.
Yeah. Fair enough. I'm going to assume that it was probably a couple more days due to like travel or wherever Mr. Beast had to fucking have him go to some random fuck island that he had to go to or whatever. But, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's still definitely infinitely less days in pain than in the WWE. I don't know. When I saw that, because I hadn't seen him at all, to be fair. So I was like, oh, cool. I mean, he's doing his thing. He's doing his obligations for like trying to figure out this Prime and dumb lunchly bullshit. But when I saw that, I was like, you don't care about that goddamn baby, Logan. But that's fair enough. Monday, like I said, we talked about the Fatal 4-Way that turned into the Fatal 5-Way. The only other thing that was left to bring up was the Uncle Howdy segment, which some weirdos are the people who it's the same people who think the Rhea segment was weird. They're like, that Uncle Howdy segment was a little too much, and I'm like, it was beautiful. And to see him like really capturing the outside of being Uncle Howdy, being Bo who's possessed by Uncle Howdy or whatever it is, you know, good stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's a possession. I feel like that's just an alter ego for him.
Right. Yes. That's the words I was looking for. Yes.
But it's good that they have footage of when he was in basically a fucking, I think it was a bodyguard for Miz.
Yes.
And all the shit he talked is just like, damn, bro, this is actually good. Like, it sucks that this is how they have to use this because the circumstances of how he even came back and everything. And it's just like, damn, at least y'all, it's really good storytelling because it's always the small details that fucking blow up later on.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
It's dope.
And you know, Miz, if I can give him credit on anything, he plays a really good scared guy.
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, you know what, Miz? You should get into horror movies and always play the victim. Always. He looked great.
I still don't like the nigga, but I'll give him credit on that.
Fair enough. I thought so too. I remember seeing it and I was like, I feel like this is something that Darnell would give him credit on right here.
Yeah, because he's really good with acting with his eyes.
Yes.
If it wasn't for that, it would just be like, oh, okay, whatever, bro.
100%. That was Monday. Let's talk about NXT this week. I'd like to talk about NXT because
I'm gonna get this out the way.
Yeah.
I was so fucking high on Wednesday that I legitimately got, like, I was waiting. I'm like, all right, I sit in the chair until 8 o'clock because that's when NXT is gonna come on. Then I'll get into bed. Nah, I got into bed at like fucking 6:30, bro.
No.
And then like halfway through it, I'm fucking scrolling. I think because I always somehow get thrown on the threads out of nowhere. And I was just on scrolling through threads, and then I see fucking Jaida getting a trash can put on her, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's NXT. I'm like, it's already too late, bro. It's an hour in. I'm cooked. I'm not gonna bother.
Damn.
So I fucking missed out on all of that shit, and I'm still mad about it.
You got to go back and rewatch it, man. It's a good episode. It's good. But I mean, you probably know like everything that already happened now through clips, I would assume.
That's what sucks. I'm like, I started seeing everything, and I'm like, damn, I was just fucking blasted.
How many edibles did you take?
I only took the 25, but
wow.
I was already tired on that on top of it, and then I ate, so then I was just in the bed.
Hell yeah.
Chilling. I think I put on a movie too. I don't remember.
Still very chill. Still cool. Well, yeah. Well, let's talk about a little bit the ECW special on NXT on Wednesday, airing the same day as Dynamite. I was like, I know y'all doing that shit on purpose. They're like, well, ECW used to air on Wednesday, and I'm like, no, for sure. You're also doing it to strictly compete with AEW on that night to see how you guys fare, because you guys haven't had to do that in a long time. So let's see how that works. And I posted about it on Twitter. Absolutely love the fact that, again, just WWE doing an ECW thing. Like, man, aren't we having fun? ECW, NXT. And first thing AEW does is shit on the ECW thing. And I'm like, dude, come on. I was like, you guys can't fucking breathe. You can't sneeze without fucking hating something that we do. And what's the first thing everybody points out? They're like, all right, well, let's see what the ratings look like tomorrow, because we're competing today. So we'll see. And we blew them out the fucking water. And it's like, dude, please shut up. Please stop putting your foot in your fucking mouth. Horrible to do. Embarrassing.
I mean, you even brought it up. They were on their night. Like, of course you're gonna talk some shit. Like, you ain't finna just let that shit slide. And at this point, anything WWE does, especially when they do shit like that, it's like, bro, you're basically a grown ass man beating up on a 10-year-old. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, get over it.
Again, and I love they have the built-in excuse. Like, they're gonna hide behind it. They're gonna be like, no, ECW was on Wednesdays. And we're like, yeah, we know, but you didn't have to do it on Wednesday.
No, it really didn't. It's cool that y'all did and y'all stuck to the tradition of what it was, but it's like at the same time, it's like, come on now. Don't act innocent. When you know, don't fucking throw mud and hide your fucking hands, bro. Just don't do that.
Again, I just think it's not about look good. I'm trying to find the right words for it. It should have been something smarter, more intelligently done by AEW than simply just full blown shitting on it, because it just makes you look angry and dumb. Because everybody was like, well, like I forget, I don't know the exact words, so I'm not even going to try to paraphrase, but it was something along the lines of like how it's dumb, like it's corny, it's cheesy, and we were like, okay, well, it did better than you in the rating, so how corny and cheesy is it, you know? So it's like,
again, grown ass man fighting a 10-year-old. And on top of that, it's like, bro, what do you fuck, what was it? It also doesn't help that they finally got the Hurt Syndicate shit running over there.
Yeah.
Too. So it's just like, honestly, it's all dumb and redundant because they're never going to be able to get out of under their shadow of WWE.
Yeah.
Strictly because they're the second company. They're really the third because TNA is still a fucking thing.
Right. And getting better every week.
And then it's just as if WCW just decided to resurrect itself. And it's like it's almost trying to be its own thing, but it's like you can't stop mentioning the older brother ever.
Right. Yeah.
You always gonna bring it up and compare them, and it's just like either watch both or don't. That's it. Just leave it alone. If someone's talking shit, look the other way. It's like, all right, bro, just whatever. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. But all right, bro, GG's.
Yeah.
Have fun.
It's and for me, it's not necessarily about like what I think about what they said is, again, it's just my preference on what I would think I do, and I think I'm not giving WWE high ground on this. I think they would do the same thing in a different way, but I think it's infinitely better if, as a company, which I think TNA is known for doing this type of shit, is, you know, you can take a shot if you want, but make it clear and be like, I don't give a fuck what they do over there. We're here to fucking wrestle, mother. Like, you know, if you make it, you can call people out by you know, just letting them know, like, hey, we do what we want here. You know, you guys want to go watch fucking ECW or whatever, to do that. But, you know, here, it could have been anything else that, like, make you just sound proud about your company. That's the better shit talk, is what I think I'm just trying to go for. I think there was just a better way they could have gone about it that would have been way cooler. Like, it would have been a better viral moment if they were, like, pumping up the crowd and being like, fuck all that shit, we're extreme and shit. And then, like, that would have been more viral. Instead, it was like just a clip that got cut out and was like, hey, you look dumb now for saying that. So that's more of my thing. I was like, I just think they could have done better for their company on that night.
I'll bring up another time where this has happened. Fucking, and it was even fucked up because AEW didn't really have a choice in the matter because it was fucking World Series. They had to move Dynamite to Tuesday.
Oh.
And then what did WWE do? We got Cody Rhodes. We got Undertaker. We got John Cena. And I was just like, what the fuck was that, man? That's the type of shit talking I don't like, where it's just underhanded. It's like, no. Just talk the shit. Say exactly what you're doing, what you mean, right to their face. Don't just underhanded, like, oh, no, it's a special night. No, it wasn't.
It was a special night.
It was a special night to put your foot in their ass, basically. That's all that was.
That was a good night of NXT too, though. It was just pretty good. Well, wars aside, ECW NXT was in fact incredible. Jaida Parker had incredible spots. The fucking what you call it, dropping the dime, I believe, and then fucking right onto the ladder on Lola, splitting the fucking ladder. Opening with this match was incredibly smart because these bitches had nothing but moments, like fucking Lola doing the spinning back fist to the chair and getting it onto Jada's face. I'm like, damn. My only gripe about the match is that, you know, Dom Marie, you looked great, but also you looked so awkward, and that she was like, what do I where do I stand? Where do I go? She looked extremely awkward, like she didn't really know how she was supposed to be acting, which is fair because maybe she's been like a special referee probably like one other time in her career is what I think. But other than that, incredible.
I feel like being a ref is probably a little bit harder than actually wrestling because you have to stay out of the way, but still in the action at the same time. It's like fucking playing tennis.
And if you're like somebody who hasn't like been there in like a long time, like in the ring, so it's like
yeah.
It's like now you got to have ring awareness, you got to call spots, and you got to be a kayfabe referee, like, and you got to be a kayfabe character. Shit, it's a lot. The RVD spot. Let's talk about the RVD spot, because everybody could have sworn he was gonna wrestle. He was geared up. He was ready to go. Something must have happened, because there was a WrestleMania pointed out there was a fan interaction where on Twitter he pointed out that he was extremely bummed. He could have sworn RVD was going to wrestle. He really wanted to see him wrestle. And RVD was like, me too, but I'll be back. So it's like, all right, he'll be back. That's cool. But damn, if I want... It got a lot of heat for Wesley, because if you didn't see, Wesley jumps RVD backstage before his... why am I forgetting fucking Evan's first name? Javante.
Javon. Javon.
Javon? Oh, is it not Javante? All right, fine. Reese said that's racist.
Yep, she said it for me. Thanks, bro.
Whatever. Yeah, Javon. But the thing is that I don't think that had to happen at all. I think it would have been cooler just to have RVD come out regularly without the jumping. But it did bring a lot of heat for Wesley. Everybody mad as fuck at Wesley. And
I feel like RVD needs to sit down somewhere.
But he's so
even
cool.
his matches, I think he only even had one match in AEW, and it's like, hey yo, what you did, you can't do no more, bro. You're old. You're legitimately old, and we know you're high. It's so okay. High. It's okay. We love you for it.
What if that was the call? What if he was like, hey, I know I'm supposed to wrestle, and I am so cooked right now. Like, I ate too many edibles. No shot I'm getting up on that top rope. I think Wesley fucked up the spot. I don't know how the end of that match was supposed to go. I think Wesley fucked up. Yeah, I think he was too far. I think he didn't realize how far away he was. And I think, because I'm like, no way they thought Javon was actually going to frog splash out that far across the entire ring. It didn't make any sense.
I mean, have you seen him off those ropes?
I've seen him off those ropes. He can get pretty high. That boy bouncy. But like,
I feel like he could do it.
But he didn't. and he missed. And he got the spot. Like, he landed on his knees and pushed himself forward, which is good. That's good to finish the spot, but it's not how it was supposed to go. And I think that's on Wesley. I think Wesley was supposed to be more towards the middle, and he fucked up. Negative DKP on Wesley. That's minus points.
The fuck are those letters mean?
It's Dragon Kill Point. It's an old World of Warcraft point system that you used to get in guilds.
Fucking nerd. What?
Excuse me. I appreciate if you didn't talk about me that way. You have no idea the high-ranking guildmaster I am.
I definitely don't know, and I apologize for underestimating your power, good sir.
It is too late. I have already hacked your IP.
Oh fuck!
Your bank account.
You better live here. Fucking run out of the room.
End episode. And they would never podcast it again. The Nunzio match was the comedy relief, the put over of the century. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I was like, no shot this guy's actually going to wrestle the Don. Fucking Jacob said it best. If you've seen any episodes with our old co-host Jacob, Nunzio looks like Jacob if he was in the ring. He looks horrible. He looks like a skeleton wearing Italian boots and fucking tights. Oh shit. I said in the chat, I was like, he looks like genuinely like an old school Italian boxer. Like, that's what he looks like. It was insane. But he was hilarious. Great match. And fucking great sell at the end. Don holds him up in the air and he's like,
yeah, he does the cross.
Boom. And then the family comes together. They shake hands. Family. It's all about family.
Fucking whack. I don't know. I just felt like saying that.
It was weird. It was weird. No more whack than the most whack part of the entire night, which would be fucking somehow Trick Williams losing to fucking Ethan Page and Ridge Holland. Yeah, Ridge Holland getting a random. Everybody was shocked. They were like, seriously, that's how this match is ending? Ridge Holland just gets like a random pin out of nowhere? Okay.
Was it like actually out of nowhere?
Yeah, like Ridge Holland didn't do his finisher. He just rolled him up, pinned him. I think there was. I mean, obviously That's why everybody else was confused. There was like 5-6 minutes left to show, which obviously that's where we got the spot with Devon.
Yeah,
but everybody was like, wouldn't it have been better if we just finished this match properly, where Trick wins and then we put him through a table? But instead, we had to have this weird moment where everybody was like, "Is that how that was supposed to go?" I got to give Ridge Holland credit in that moment. Sorry, but I just got to say, because he was talking shit to Trick in that moment, which made it sell really good. He was like, yeah, I fucking got you, bro. I got you. And I was like, oh, damn.
I feel like it's an underlying story for Trick where nobody's ever actually been able to beat him clean. It's always some bullshit out of nowhere. Because obviously how Ethan got the belt in the first place, bro just fell on top of him. Well, fell on top of somebody. It wasn't Trick though. But I think he lost something after that too, before getting the belt back.
Usually just by getting screwed over. But yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like it's never clean. So it's just like that's kind of Trick's story, is he's always gonna beat people clean.
Fair enough, and he always has. Yeah. Yeah. Again, the end segment was fine with it, you know, like seeing them, like it kind of makes you forget the loss entirely. But yeah, this is definitely going to be, and it does help the progression of the story where apparently Ridge Holland's going to be the next contender. I think it seems like for Trick.
Yeah, so. You can't run another fucking Ethan Page match.
No.
Like, bro, that was like the third or fourth.
Yeah, we got to end
we need
that.
Somebody else here, bro.
You could feel it in this last time they were going at each other. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is getting stale." Definitely reaching at the bottom of the barrel for this one. Yeah, so that was kind of disappointing, except for the end where, and even more disappointing because, you know, in a fair way, you know, it turns out Devon's, you know, healing from some type of injury or something, so he couldn't wrestle. He wasn't medically cleared. So didn't get him, but at least he brought the table down. That was nice of him.
Yeah, I don't think that was a medical clear thing. I think bro is legitimately tired of and done wrestling. Because anytime someone asks Bubba, it's like, yo, when y'all gonna get back together? He's like, I gotta talk to Devon.
Yep.
Every fucking time.
I gotta see how
I think bro's just done. He's just, yo, stop calling me, bro. Yeah. We can hang out. We can talk shop. Yeah. But I ain't getting in no fucking ring. Leave me alone.
Yeah, and Devon's like old, like much older than Bubba, I think, too.
Probably.
I can't tell if it's one of those things or if he just looks older than him or if he really is. So, before I bring up the best part of the entire NXT night, and I know we're going long on this one, but there was a lot to cover this week in wrestling, so we will wrap this up here in a second and then go over to SmackDown. But bringing Rhyno back was the biggest pop of the night for me. Seeing Rhyno come in and spear the fucking like right hand to Ava.
Spear.
Oh, sorry.
Spear.
Sorry. Oh my god, I'm gonna get gored out of nowhere right now. I'm like, whoa! There he is in the corner. I'm like, gore. When he gored him, oh my god. It is so fucking cool, dude. The crowd lost their fucking mind. Vic lost his mind. Vic was losing it. He was like, oh shit, Rhyno. I'm like, somebody didn't tell Vic Rhyno was gonna be here. Yeah.
That dude Stone definitely got his ass beat a lot Wednesday night.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
He got gored, and then later backstage, Roxanne, she did the Shawn Michaels. She was just like, "What's your name again?" Stone. You know my name, Stone. Super kicks him. See, Jade, I just kicked Stone, and it was just like, you're so small and cute, it didn't work. I know we all know what you're doing, but you're just too small and cute to be heel anymore, bro. I'm sorry.
You know, Sean Spears was somewhere off camera like, nope, not the same aura. Sorry, it's just not the same.
Oh my god.
Was that like live during the show, or was that like a Twitter thing?
That was another thing I saw fucking backstage on. Fuck, I don't even remember what the fuck I was on when I saw that. But at first, when I looked at it, I was like, why does this seem familiar? And then when she said, I just kicked Stone, I was like, oh, she did the Shawn Michaels thing. I just kicked Stan. And I'm just like, okay.
Even better than that, I just realized I'd like to imagine Sean and Sean Spears. Both Seans were just there like, wow. They couldn't do it like us. They could never.
No, it does.
And then, of course, the best part of the entire night, the 10-woman tag match, which we all knew was going to be the highlight of the night. Zarya, what takes all. Zarya, protect all. Incredible. Jordan Grace, incredible. Zarya, incredible. Everybody, incredible. Julia's getting outstarred right now. Julia was such a big deal to come in, and now they're like, Stephanie Vicure, fucking Zarya, way cooler. I think Zarya becomes North American champion pretty quickly, to be honest.
No, they already basically they were in a fucking feud with all three of them.
Yeah.
So wouldn't be surprised if we get a Brock Lesnar-esque fucking 1v3 and she just decimates all of them.
You're reminding me that's why I like her so much, because she does the F5. Finishes the F5.
When she first did that, I was like, oh, fuck. Great.
She's a demon. It's over.
She's going to be on a path of destruction.
Yeah, and I was thinking exactly what you're thinking. I was thinking, honestly, Fatal Influence, you could do whatever with them, right? They're not strong nor are they weak. So if you book her to get into a triple threat match with them, or like a fucking gauntlet match or whatever it is that they like to do, she will just run through them, no problem, and it'll be so good for her character. And whatever, you can do whatever with them afterwards.
Honestly, within the next, hopefully, maybe a year, maybe probably 2 years, like once all of them get called up to the main roster, it's gonna be fucking nice. It won't be as stale and boring
for sure.
As it is the same people facing each other all the fucking time, whether it be singles or fucking some special stipulation match.
Yeah.
Or tag matches. It's just like you kind of know who's gonna go against who, and it's just like, God damn, do something different.
For sure. And I think it helps too with this, like, one, getting so many women from like different countries and different areas of wrestling, and that are like at the top of the game. And also it's like the evolution of women's wrestling just gets better and better as time goes on. So it's like, although the bitches we have now are fucking incredible, I mean, they're top tier, the majority of them. The ones that are coming up behind them are fucking even better. So once these ones that are already at the top, but right behind who we have now, come into the main roster, it's gonna be a whole lot of top tier talent swimming in the pool. It's gonna be good. And all the callbacks they'll be able to do to NXT, that'll be great. Shouts out all of the ECW. Take two on that. Shouts out all of the ECW NXT night. That was incredible. And shouts out to every single one of those women involved in the match, because it was probably, I'd say, match of the night. And this is like fucking, they even got a women's wrestling chant going on. Women's wrestling. I was like, all right. Hell yeah. I fucks with it. Also want to shout out Cora Jade, because I had genuinely never seen Cora Jade wrestle until these past two matches that she was in, the tag team match and then this the 10-way or 10-woman. Very cool, very good. I did not know that she was that good. I don't know if she was always that good or if she's just gotten better over time. Whatever it is, that was pretty damn good. Better than Roxanne.
A little of both.
Yeah. All right. Like I said, we've been going long here, but let's talk a little bit about SmackDown. We talked about it earlier. Randy, you better be selling that broken fucking neck, my guy. You better come back full Perk Angle.
Honestly, like, the second he got him into that fucking tombstone position, I was just like, oh, bro's too high. I was like, this is obviously definitely keep him not, like, from getting hurt and shit. I don't know if that sentence made sense. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna try to fix it either. But
nah, it was there.
Yeah, like, as soon as I saw how high he was, I was like, oh, he didn't have the arms under the legs or anything to protect his neck. bro just legitimately was like, nope, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And it's fine. Because then it was funny, much more funnier. I seen a clip, I think yesterday, of JD doing an actual fucking pile driver at an indie show that him and Finn did a couple weeks ago. And it was like, the caption was, oh, he said, let me get this quick pile driver and says, I can't do this at home. It's like, true.
Fair enough. Dang. They talk about like it's one of the band moves, and they talk like playing WWE 2K24. You see that the real reason why the band got moved and why people were getting hurt all the time was, one, yeah, you had a bunch of coked up, steroided out dudes who weren't very professional doing the move. Two, everybody had a pile driver back then. Every fucking old wrestler was doing a pile driver. Everybody. So yeah, if every match has a pile driver, you're gonna have a high percentages of neck injuries. Fucking nowadays, you're dealing with like top tier professionals. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, because I think even the fact that over in New Japan they have like the Tiger Driver and the Tiger Driver 94.
Yeah,
both of them are fucking terrible looking. It's like, Jesus Christ, you have no way of protecting yourself. You're dying. Your career's done.
When I saw somebody do the Tiger Driver, I had only seen that in fucking video games. So when I saw them set up for it, I was like, oh my God, he's going to paralyze this guy. This is going to be terrible. Fucking no, Japan's just like, no, we just know how to do it. We're good. Whatever. That's crazy. Yeah, great setup by everybody, though. Great sell by Orton. Great setup by Kevin. Great sell by the commentary team. Everybody involved really sold it. And yeah, this puts a lot of tension on everything. So where they go with this, not going to say almost doesn't matter because that's not true, but they have a lot of freedom to go where they will. But the obvious is that Cody's going to lose his mind on KO and try and go crazy on him and fucking break his neck or something. He's going to do a band move to him.
I just remembered something that also made me realize how bullshit it was. Why the fuck was Cody the one hiring up the fucking
the stretcher?
The
yeah.
To the fucking ambulance. I was like, wait, why is he doing it? Why is not another fucking paramedic doing it? I was like, you lost me. Yep. You fucking lost me with that one.
Yep.
Why is he here? I can understand, concerned friend. You get in the ambulance with the motherfucker, but no, you helped lift the gurney. I was just like,
that's against regulation.
You're being too helpful. You're being too helpful, bro.
No shot.
Get out of here with that.
No fucking like EMT would be like, oh yeah, thanks Cody, thanks for that.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here.
Oh, I know him. He's my best friend.
Okay, yeah, but this is my job.
Get out of here. Yeah, that shit was fucking. Yeah, that's how that kind of broke the story a little bit too. But yeah, anytime that a wrestler's injured and they have camera on them the entire time, you can pretty much guess that it's fake. You can guess that injury's kayfabe.
Unless you're Vince McMahon. And you get fucking blown up
in your car. Yeah.
And show up the next week like it didn't happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was supposed to be the continuation of the death of my character, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Instead, a tragic death has happened.
So dumb.
Oh shit. Shouts out to Tommaso Ciampa, who went crazy on Friday. Fucking beat the shit out of Pretty Deadly all by himself. Shouts out Johnny Gargano, who was staring up at Pretty Deadly's disco ball like he'd never seen it before. He was like,
bro, I was so confused by that because they're like, when the show started and they were too zoomed out, I was like, why the fuck is there a disco ball there? And I just didn't, because I didn't even watch that match when it happened. I think I was fucking reading something. But I was so confused as to why there was a fucking disco ball up there. I was like, who is this for? It's just like just at this stadium, they just have a disco ball for some reason.
Because
but
yes, boy.
Now we know it's for them.
Yeah,
we know it's for them now.
Yeah, shouts out Pretty Deadly. That part was funny though. I was like, they shot in on Johnny's face. Like Johnny was like, huh, fucking, that's a crazy disco ball. Isn't that crazy? Chop was like, fucking get it together. Let's fucking pay attention. Stop worrying about the goddamn disco ball. Fucking, yeah, I'm ready for the Johnny. I'm ready for another Johnny Tommaso Ciampa feud. I think everybody is. I want to see it on a PLE. I want to see some crazy match between them on a PLE. Survivor Series.
Nah, that's too soon.
Think so?
You gotta, I mean, that's at the end of the month, bro. You got to build up to 8.
True, because they haven't even officially broken up yet either. So,
nah, he's just still on his ass about him fucking sucking his friend's dick basically every time he sees him now.
Word, yeah, seriously. I would honestly, when Ciampa was on that, I was like, yo, no, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one, Tommaso. I'd be like, yo, fucking get your head in the fucking game, dude. What are you doing? Are we tag team best friends, or are you tag team best friends with them? What's going on? Yeah, probably maybe Saturday night main event then. December 14th. But yeah, and also, I mean, Ciampa looked good. Like, he I heard Cody say this in the Flagrant interview, and you know, Ciampa's been around for a long time, so it's not necessarily maybe the case for him. But I think it does speak to it, like from a fan perspective and a kayfabe perspective, you can really see when a wrestler like wants it right now. Like when he's like, whatever my program is, whatever I'm doing, I'm hungry for this right now. Like I want to do this all the way in. Tommaso Ciampa looks like a peak physical condition right now for his age, and like look crisp as shit regularly. He wants it. Whatever they're pushing him for, he fucking wants it.
Yeah, I'd say give him a run at the US belt, and then have him come pretty close to beating LA Knight, but to the point where he gains everybody's respect. And then he's gonna like, well, I couldn't get that belt. Cody.
Yeah.
What's that? And then they have the thing.
I honestly think, though, I think that you break them up in this. You got to keep Tommaso busy. So I do think maybe do the LA Knight story. But then I'm pretty sure they're going to continue doing draft and then draft Tommaso to Raw and then have him go against whoever's IC title at the time. And then fucking even him versus Gunther would be sick.
I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that?
Nah, man. He's too damn big. His hand is basically the size of his chest.
Gonna fucking mandible claws his head. That big bald head.
Michael Jordan. Is straight up what he's gonna do. Hell, they could actually bring back they could give Gunther Khali's fucking finisher, the squeeze on the head with him.
Oh, that would be sick. That would be so fucking funny if he did that to him.
They could definitely do it.
You know what? You're so right. If there's anybody who could bring back that finisher, it'd be Gunther. That'd be so cool if he brought that back on like a one-off on somebody.
Yeah, just during that match against Ciampa. That's it. And he never does it again.
That would be awesome because Gunther's fucking king at that. He's king at like, I'm gonna finish you like this, but it's not my finisher. And it's like, oh, all right.
AKA like all of my moves.
Yeah, for
Whether
real.
it be the boot, the fucking power bomb, you getting put in a sleeper.
Splash.
It don't matter. You don't know what's gonna hit you now.
God, he's so good. It's ridiculous how good he is. Speaking of so good, shouts out the Motor City Machine Guns. Fucking real tag team wrestling right there. How's that taste, A-Town Down Under? That's what a real tag team looks like, motherfuckers. But also
that's a group who definitely needs to break up.
Yeah, 100%. We're waiting on that. Way to drop the ball on that one too. They should have done this a while ago, but whatever. Keep building it. Very small. You know, I don't think that unfortunately the Street Profits will win with this tag team title shot that they have coming up, but fucking for that one spot with Dawkins to be like, you know, Montez is telling him like, you got us next week, and then they stand up straight and fucking Dawkins is like, get ready to feel what real pressure feels like, and you're like, oh shit. Oh shit. That's right. These motherfuckers are gonna stay on you, bitches. This ain't no A-Town Down Under. This is the Street Profits right here.
Yeah, because they both have been pretty vocal online.
Yeah, I've seen that
about shit. So it's like, hopefully they actually do something with that. They don't just fucking a whole bunch of talk for no damn reason.
Did you see the backstage segment with him and with the Street Profits from that night?
No.
Yeah, they're cutting the promo and kind of hinting at Bobby and shit like that. Like, I think if you allow them to do that, you're pushing them for something, because that was pretty good.
And it's fucked up because they put them with Bobby just for them to do fucking nothing with all that shit. And it's just like, bro, what the fuck y'all doing?
100%. All right. Well, the main thing to talk about Friday we will get to, which is obviously Bloodline. But shouts out. It finally has happened. Thank Christ. No turns, no twists, just kidding. It's not what you think. Women's mid-card belt. U.S. title women's belt. I would have preferred Lady Liberty on the belt, but that's okay. Winged the bird on it's still cool. You know, classic WWE fashion. We're just gonna make the belt white, and it's for women now. But
other women, yep.
Yeah.
What pissed me off the most about that announcement, it was cool because everybody was like, "Oh, Meechin, obviously Chelsea Green,
right?"
And I think there was one other person they were mentioning, but then some fucking person said Charlotte should be the first one to get the belt, and I was like, no. Keep her as far away as possible.
Yeah.
From that shit.
100%.
We do not need her coming in here just immediately getting a belt.
Yeah.
A brand new one at that. Like, nah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
She gonna stay where the fuck she at.
If they did that, they would completely squander that belt. That it would no longer
immediately.
Yeah, because it's for the mid carders, bitches. I swear, if that's how you're gonna know some casuals too. Because if anybody's complaining, like when like Meechin or whoever wins it, you're gonna be like, yeah, you just don't know what fucking wrestling is then, and you don't know what mid card is, and you don't understand this. Like, I think people like truly misunderstand like the mid card thing. Like they think because dudes like Braun Breaker and LA Knight are the mid card title holders, like in the fucking. I'm like, yeah, they have like big heat and or huge fan bases, but it pales in comparisons to the actual champions, and that's the difference. And it's like you have to understand that. So no fucking. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other name that isn't Charlotte. Becky Lynch isn't going to be the first U.S. title holder. It has to be somebody who's a goddamn mid-carder who has the fans like Meechin or Chelsea and can use that for a bump. It's going to be tight.
Yeah, that's... I feel like it should definitely just be a fatal... not even fatal. It should just be a triple threat match. For Meechin, Chelsea, and then whoever the fuck they combined as a third.
Yeah, because they didn't say how they're gonna do this, right? He said it's not gonna be awarded; it's gonna be something.
Probably just earned, which is smart. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, he didn't say who or what was gonna happen. They were just saying, hey, with this, it's here.
Yeah. And in classic WWE fashion, that's a good way to keep everybody tuned in for next week. You're like, all right, well, now I'm gonna watch next Friday to see what they do with this women's belt. Because they're definitely going to talk about it. It's going to be good. Very excited about that. Was very happy with the women's tag match on Friday, except the involvement of one Candace LeRae. She is, how do I say, she is my, like, I'm done with this shit. Like how we were talking about earlier for you. Like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm done paying attention to anything that involves her. I'm so sick of it. I hate this. How they haven't noticed that they're shoving her down our throats is so annoying. I'm like, nobody's asking for her. Nobody wants her for this. You're just shoehorning her into this story for an extra thing to like break up Nia and Tiffy that we don't need because they're already gonna break up anyway. So I hate it. It makes me upset.
You just always need that push. Just that small push that'll actually send niggas over the edge. And that's all she is for Tiffany and Nia. Because now, like, Nia's already shown, like, I kind of don't trust you because you came out way too many times during my matches with that briefcase, bro.
Right.
We've seen her stalking her around backstage, threatening her, choking her, and shit. So it's like she's at that point where she's about to fuck her up, but not really.
Yeah.
So Candace being there, being a fucking little rat, will definitely be the rest of the push that she needs to. Either one of them to really just actually do something finally, because what was it? Right before, the Friday before Crown Jewel, and Tiffany was just like, "Oh yeah, I could be cashing on her. I could be cashing on her."
Yeah.
And then Nia was like,
"Me?
The fuck you talking about?"
She was like, "Yeah, you're both pissing me off." Yeah.
She's like, "No. I was just saying that to say it," but it was like, "No, she's talking that shit."
Yeah. She might do it, Nia. She might do it. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just still pissed off about the Indy Hartwell thing. That I'm like, I don't know how you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
it's understandable.
It's just like with everything they're doing with her, I'm like, you could have just done with Indy Hartwell. You could have done anything in the realm of possibility with Indy Hartwell, and for some reason you're like Candice LeRae. Like, what about her? They're like Candice LeRae. You're like, okay. What about her? Well, she's gonna break them up. Oh, anything else? We fired Indy Hartwell. Fucking okay. Whatever. I'm glad she lost to Bayley at least. Shouts out. Which reminds me that there's a lot of casuals apparently that are like upset that Nia and Naomi are gonna have a title match next week, and everybody's like, she pinned Nia, that's why, and everybody's like, why? Why is Naomi getting a title? I'm like, she pinned her, and Naomi's been on a streak. So
I think my favorite thing that I keep remembering is that they're technically cousins.
Are they? Oh yeah, they are. That's right, technically.
Because she's married to Jimmy.
Yeah, that's right.
I was like, oh shit, that's actually pretty funny.
Shouts out Nia's fucking Kamala has haircut when she came out. She deadass looked exactly like Kamala Harris. I was like, why do I recognize Nia's face, and why does it not look like Nia's face right now? I'm like, oh, I know why. I've seen this face before.
Okay, yeah, I just was not watching then. I think I just had the shit on in the background. Like I probably watched. I remember watching when Jay, Jimmy, Roman, and Sammy were out.
Yeah,
and then Jacob cut his godlike promo, dumping on the rest of the family.
Yeah, that was really good.
When it comes to doing promos, and I'm like, thank God they're letting this man fucking talk. So I don't want them to do what they were doing, fucking Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, and just keep them fucking silent and shit.
Yeah.
Because it's like everybody in that family can rock the fucking mic. Just give it to them, bro. Just let them do what they're gonna do. It'll be great.
100%. I talk about it regularly with Tama Tonga, but just to point out even more, I know for a fact if you let that man talk more, because he's already talked once, he was good as fuck. I know for a fact if you let him talk more, it would do so well, because man's gotten yeah over. The crowd, when he comes out, they're like, yeah, and he's like, yeah. Fucking.
I think he tweeted a picture of some of his old God face paint saying war ready. And I was like, that'd be great if they let them both come out with their old war face paint on.
That would be crazy.
Because the people who know about it, they're gonna lose their shit, but then it's just also gonna look dope. Because they already basically wear their outfits that they would usually wear in New Japan.
Yeah.
So it'd be dope if they did the face paint.
I could see them doing that for War Games. That would make sense.
Yeah, like just literally just for that, like no other reason. Like,
yeah,
just have it for that, and then be
specialty event for sure. Yeah, the lead up for this War Games, now it's being decided. First of all, cringe way to ask about it, Roman. You talk about War Games? Ha, yeah, I'm like, okay, Jesus, guys, why does it? They never every year they never know a perfect. You know what it is? They can't outdo Adam Pearce's War Games. That's what it is. And they're like, well, we can't keep doing that, but that was the best way. I'm talking War Games. Adam Pearce does the best announcement for War Games, and they were like, I don't know. How about you guys just ask each other in the ring if that's what you want to do? You talk about War Games? Yeah, War Games.
Yeah, that was already like we already knew that was going to happen, but also they missed their chance to have SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
Because of this Bloodline shit. We just kind of lost out on something great.
Yeah.
But they could do it next year because, again, everybody's still blending and being on each other's shows, whether it be planned or not planned.
Yeah.
It's great. And especially, we just seen Adam Pearce take a fucking bump. And then there's been talks about maybe potentially Nick Aldis doing some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Other wrestler, like at least people he's wrestled with, they're just like, why the fuck not? He's only 38. And I was like, only 38? Damn. And he hasn't been active, so he could get back in.
He could do it.
At least do one match. Because it would be funny to have them be the team captains.
100%.
And they just pick their people.
It would
that's
be
how they do it.
Yeah, it's the first time in a long time that you would have two managers from the brands that fans are invested in, and that the guys themselves can actually physically wrestle and are in good shape. So yeah, it would be great. It's like every other time we didn't want that, it's because that's why. It was like either like a team of wrestlers that we were like, well, this is just some mishmash of bullshit for story, or it was like Shane McMahon fucking leading the team. And you'd be like, cool, great.
No.
I think they do that next year.
Hopefully. One thing that was funny, and I kind of hope they put it in the story, is Roman learning his fucking lesson finally. Because after that first promo, and how he disrespected Sammy.
Yes.
And then was talking crazy to Jay, and Jay left.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, when Jimmy said something, and he said, why don't you go chase your damn brother then? And then he left, and then that left him by himself. Going after fucking Solo. And it's like, hey, learn your lesson, dog. Learn your fucking lesson. Shut the fuck up sometimes, bro.
Yes.
It's been a detriment to your fucking health.
As always, perfect storytelling by them. And who was it that just said it? I think Almost was talking about it, saying how Roman's probably the best at telling stories strictly with his face. So yeah. It's really good. You could tell in that exact moment, even if like you are dumb and you couldn't tell what was happening via him yelling at everybody, in that exact moment when he like turns, looks down in disappointment, you're like, you fucked up, and you know you fucked up. For a second when they all were back together in the ring, I almost didn't want it when he was trying to break Roman. You're smirking right now. I can see it. You want to laugh. You want to have a good time. And it's like, Sammy, sit your ass down. Stop. You're making them not cool. They got to be cool. And you're not cool, Sammy. You're not fam. But Sammy comes out, helps save everybody. Shouts out Jay, who's just the first guy to be like, oh, I got to be the one to do it. Let's go. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. It's War Games. It's a 5-man team. They kept saying 5-on-5. So I'm like, who's going to be the 5th man for each team?
I feel like they're not going to do that. They're just going to make it 4v4 this year. Because I've seen a couple things about them signing Lance. And it's like, okay, that's one other cousin.
Yeah.
But then who the fuck else? Because then it's like some people were saying Zilla, and it's like, it'd be far too soon.
Yeah, and he's in ID now anyway.
Bro just fucking got like his 3rd belt or something from the 3rd organization.
And whoever they get for their side, because again, for the Bloodline,
Hikuleo's the other one that they could pick up.
That's who I've been hearing about. Yeah, and I was like, well, you got to be careful, because if you get those guys for just this one-off, it might just bury their future in WWE. Because if you're just getting them for this fucking match and they don't blend into the story very well, then, I mean, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu have had months to blend themselves into this story perfectly as like the main Bloodline 2.0. To just add another guy randomly weeks before the big War Games would be like, all right. I mean, yeah, we know there's a lot of you, so.
I just thought of a way that they could do it, since they already have. They've apparently signed Lance. Just have random attacks on NXT. That's it. That's all you got to do. And then they're like, who the fuck's doing this shit? And then they unmask the first attacker, and it could be Lance. And then, like, the next week after that, have him get attacked, and you're like, damn, who the fuck was that? And it's Hikuleo. And like, there you go. You got them both, and then they can both go back down to NXT after all the bullshit's done.
True.
There you go.
Yeah. That'd be a good way to do it.
You don't have to do some weird legend shit where they show up for one match and then you never see them again.
Yeah. Because thankfully, thank fucking Christ, Cody will be busy for Survivor Series. He'll be busy for Survivor Series. So, fucking, isn't he going against Kevin for Survivor Series?
No, I don't think they announced anything.
Oh, I think they're doing that for Friday Night Main Event, actually. Or Saturday Night Main Event. I'm retarded. I'm pretty sure they said that they're going to do Cody and Kevin Saturday Night Main Event. That's like not reported by WWE. That's like the assumption by reporters.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't count my opinion either, because I'm like, dude, you barely remember Friday. So just don't even try to talk about anything except for what you actually remember. So I can't. I got no dog in that fight.
Yeah, no, I and wherever they do it, but I think that if I remember correctly, I don't think Cody's doing anything on Saturday. I think he's not competing on Survivor Series. I think. So we can at least rest assured that they're not going to be like, and Cody's going to help you out, Roman, as the fifth member. Because I would hate that shit. I would fucking hate if they just shoehorned Cody into it to be like, Cody's going to help. And I'm like, no, please no. This isn't your business.
But what would be funny is if they did make Cody help them, but also Kevin is on Solo's side. Ooh. But he's also he's the super loose cannon because you really don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. This is like they obviously only put him in this match for Cody, but then he just turns and just fucks all of them up and then leaves.
Damn.
He just decimates everyone ring. And just like, all right, I'm out.
I have a thought. I don't think, and this doesn't. I doubt this would happen. But another way they would do Cody is if he's coming back this year and if he's setting up for Mania, and if you wanted to do Cody, it would make a lot of sense to have The Rock come in to make his presence known, to see which bloodline he sides with, and if he fucks with Solo,
he sides with.
Yeah, so I think only they shoe on Cody if randomly The Rock's like, fuck you, Roman, I'm with Solo. And then Cody would come out and be like, oh, you here now, motherfucker? You with him? Roman, I got your back. And then, Roman would be like, I don't need your help. And he'd be like, well, I don't care because I don't like that guy that's right there. And then I would believe more Cody being in it. But otherwise, I would prefer him not to be in it at all. Nor The Rock, by the way.
And The Rock is already the actual leader of Solo's bloodline. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, that's it. He doesn't need to be there. Simple as that. Him showing up at the end of whatever that fucking PLE was, bro didn't need to be there.
What do you mean?
Like 2 months ago.
You had to let him know, you three in the ring, you're done. They had to they had to break that shit down so hard because everybody was like, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, you guys don't know what I'm saying? No. We're dealing with a lot of stuff in here and we don't care to speculate your fucking okay. Bye. See you never. Or whatever, dude. Crazy. All right. That's the end of this episode. We are done here. Fucking done. 1, 2, 3. Fucking done. Thank you guys for continuing to watch and support those who do. I appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. Like, comment, talk to us about wrestling. Hit the show notes. You can follow us at any of our social medias, Twitches, all down there in the show notes down below. And I appreciate you so very much. We'll see you guys next week on Growing Up Kayfabe. Bye, guys.